Hey everybody, Strangers103 here today with one of my own replays to cast. This game is quite interesting for me, but not even so much because of what I'm really gonna do. I think it's a pretty standard radar Minotaur game for me, but mostly just what's gonna go on through the rest of this game, and just staring and like, yep, that's Lord of Droid. We're giving EU Prague, the boss of Prague. But yeah, we spawn with pretty much all of our top tier firepower, the vast majority of our tier 10s on the Charlie side of this match, so definitely we're going to head towards Charlie and try to contest that. We've got a Gearing and a Sashio on A with a Massachusetts and a Hindenburg, so there's still enough tier 10s over on the Alpha side. Yeah, they'll be able to hold on for enough time to figure out what's really going on. Cossack and then head towards Bravo with an Iowa and the All-Source behind that, I believe. Yep, they are in a division, with the Edin Cossack being a div as well. Looks like they're heading straight into Bravo. Very aggressive play from them, which is quite good to secure us some early caps. We can't really afford to lose too many ships though, so it's important that nobody gets themselves caught out of position too early. Anyway, since I got a good spawn, I'm going to head as far to the 10 line as possible. We open up by spotting a Musashi. It's the CWAW clan, so it's not in a division. Otherwise, you know, if we saw the Boti Musashi, we'd have to immediately expect a Yamato and a Harugumo here as well. Dippets get spotted as well, but he's not in the div, and we know somebody is in the cap. And I get spotted, and Spitas actually insta-spots the Gearing in return, so I'm going to open fire because there's a good chance I'm going to get a vision block around the corner, but that doesn't actually happen. The Worcester and Cossack are in a position to be able to keep me spotted, but they're all shelling Spitas, so I don't really mind it too much. I'm going to immediately radar, since the Cossack is going to creep into range, and I'd like to see if anybody in the back, specifically Iowa and Yamato, if they can engage the Gearing or not. In hindsight, this is a bit of a wasted radar, because I just crept out of the Cossack's range as well, so it was quite a wasted radar on my end, but they at least spoke up, so I get full vision block on myself, and now that my concealment's reset, you know, I guess I'm fine, but that was really a wasted radar. Now we've seen that, well, half the enemy team is coming our way, and we do inform Droid to ensure that he gets the notice as well, that he doesn't think that, you know, we're gonna try to push through this or anything. It's simply not really possible at this point. In other news, a single Montana plus a destroyer has held up our Sashio, Gearing, Hindenburg, and Massachusetts group. Our Gearing is actually all the way in B. Inside of B, let's have a quick look. We have a Cossack, Edin, and Gearing with an Iowan also about to follow up. So that's a lot of force in B. And unfortunately, they're combat ineffective. Now, Spitas gets raided by the Worcester right now, but he's reasonably fine. We just need to pick ourselves up in a position where we'll be able to gauge. I do need to make sure I get my away turn before I open fire. And I think that was Alalos getting a decent hit on the Worcester. They're all right next to each other, so it's really hard to tell who's actually getting the shots off, but I'm pretty sure those are droid shells coming in right now, and I believe they didn't achieve much at all, which is rather unfortunate. Getting the pickup on that perfectly angled Worcester would have been great, but turns out only Alalos actually managed to get a decent hit in, and the two Yamatos, they can really troll. Anyways, Spitas should be okay there, as long as we can start suppressing the Harugumo crap that's coming behind us, and we're all starting to shell away at that. Maybe Edinburgh is able to send some shells this way as well. Taking a bit of damage. I think that was a Turpitz that shot me with 2 full pens. So I'm gonna go quiet a little bit. 30 seconds until my radar is up again. I'm gonna use my heal immediately since my concealment reset is gonna occur soon. Got a double fire on me. It'll, I mean, it's obviously gonna out heal double fire easily because it's a super heal. But now that I'm invisible and most of the shells are out, I'm going to damage control party, pick up the speed, and it was a bit of a mistake since this salvo is coming in, and I'm really close to Alalos right now. So bit of a slight misplay on my end. I should have just turned the other way and been safe about it, but yeah, I wasn't paying too much attention. Alalos did warn me on TS that, you know, Strange getting awkwardly close, so yeah, I could have handled it better, but I don't think it would have been a bad thing over there either, since they were all shelling me anyways. Yeah, my radar's back up, so I'm going to try to get as close as I can to Spitdust, while still making sure that I feel safe about it, so that I will be in a position to catch out and support any destroyer that he catches, and, you know, be able to make my breakaway on time as well. The battleships are still rather far away, so I'm not really that worried about getting sniped immediately, since Spitdust is turning out, and he's spotted the torpedoes, so yeah, Worcester gets spotted again. If we can pick that up, that would be amazing. Spitdust dies to a torpedo he bloody spotted running away from, which is really, really awkward. I'm spotted, so hey Harugumo, let's open fire on this Harugumo immediately, and looks like our gearing, that the guy, mind you, that didn't go to A despite spawning there with a Hindenburg is now complaining about bad teams, so that's completely his own fault. Opening fire on the Harugumo, we want to get rid of him, but he's easily going to be able to angle out in fair time. And I need to stop my ship as best as I can and try to keep him spotted as long as possible. But he's very keen on taking the fight, so he would have escaped if he simply didn't open fire on me, but he's decided to continue firing, so even though he's out of radar range now, he's not out of the woods yet. He's got an incoming battleship salvo, which does find the kill on him, so that's a very good pickup for us, but we're not doing too good. We're down quite a few ships. We're down the old source. We're down the gearing because, I don't know, we've got Musashi behind a battleship, so somebody needs to deal with that. Iowa does manage to pick up the Baltimore, but look where the Iowa is. Our guys have basically decided, nah, screw this. We don't want to have a chance to win. We're just going to suicide. Because, you know, let's just take a perfectly winnable game and throw it down the drain. Why not? So, well, nothing really, you know, you expect that from battleship divisions. Battleship divisions, they generally tend to be crap. And they're often reliant on just sheer brute force and the ability to deal the damage out. But these guys clearly don't know how to utilize their ships to actually effectively deal damage without trading too much of their own. Anyways, it's just me and analyse left there. The Asashio's come back. We spot the gearing. So I'm actually leaning on making it an away turn. And I will be able to make the flick early enough to not really have a major problem dodging any long-range battleships. I do get the pick on the gearing, which is very good, and I'm immediately reconcealed due to the fact that the enemy ships are too far away. That's a good riddance of the gearing. The Cossack gets spotted in front of Droid's Yamato, and he's basically the only remaining team member we can really count on to be able to make a play at this point. The Hindenburg Edinburgh are pretty much relegated to kiting at the moment, which is absolutely fine. The kiting just means that they're delaying stuff from coming to us. I'm being rather active in chat because this game is absolutely still winnable, even though the Asashio just took a gearing torp, which, realistically speaking, is somewhat poorly played by him. He should easily have been able to angle out and just spot them. So we've lost a lot of destroyers to some rather significant individual mistakes. Spitdust being a pretty good example of that. If he'd been alive and we'd cleared up this flank, we would have had a good time torping the crap out of the battleships, and we'd still be in control. Anyways, Alalos needs to make sure he doesn't get too far away, but he can't really take double Yamato and a Tirpitz, especially if the Tirpitz is spamming AG. He can't really take that fight with them indefinitely. Our Hindenburg does manage to get the pick up on the enemy Hindenburg, so he's doing a good job of holding up the western side, and this is so important for... it's so important to be able to keep ships alive like that, and Iowa's actually managed to get away to an extent. I don't know how much damage he's able to do to the Montana, but, you know, there's... super aggressive YOLO rush down B was honestly really unnecessary. Anyways, our Massachusetts is now kind of in an awkward position. He's got a Musashi in his face. There's still a Cossack around. Our Asashio needs to be careful of the Worcester. He can't really afford to get caught by a win on solo HP, and there you go, he does get caught by the Worcester. That's not my radar on the Cossack, and I'm not in range to catch out the Worcester, so I make a bit of a long-term positional mistake. I should be going straight towards C right now and just realize, you know, Arasashio's dead because he got himself caught by the Worcester instead of safely capping on the 9 lines. That's looking really bad right now. We just lost a lot of our torping power against the enemy fleet. I'm looking if I'm able to line up some torps anywhere. But there's no way that Musashi's going to let me torp him. He's trying to avoid getting rammed by the Massachusetts right now, so I, realistically speaking, should have just been heading towards Charlie, clean up the Worcester, get the cap, especially since that Yamato over there is dying, so I'm going to make that move right now. Way too late. Musashi does get the Flesh Wound Liquidator on him, which is quite nice, since now it's just a Tirpitz left. over there with the worsted, and the worsted is sufficiently low HP, so I need to stop dawdling around and get my arse in gear. Droid is heading really aggressively in. He's got two Musashis on basically full HP in front of him, so that's slightly awkward. He's got a Montana on his side, but hopefully the Montana is going to get the... Yeah, it's a healthy Montana, and he's going to get preoccupied by these guys, hopefully. The Enemy's been doing a fair job of keeping that side under sufficient control that will at least somehow be able to stage a bit of a comeback, or at least give us the opportunity to stage a comeback, since we're only down on points. And yeah, unfortunately the Enemy just goes down, so it's just the Edinburgh left there, but we need to get the kills on these Musashis. If we're lucky and these Sushis go down, we have a chance. Now, it's a bit of a poorly launched torpedo salvo. I should have launched that salvo much earlier. I would have had a much better line on them, since the enemy that Sushi is most likely going to push Droid's broadside. I informed Droid I'm torping his side and that he is out of range and needs not worry about it. Looks like Droid gets a good wipe on the Sushi in front of him, so he's pushing around the corner to take a lot of his HP down. If he's able to pick up the kill on that Musashi, that is very good. Of course, I don't have a radar right now, and I don't really want to blow it just yet. So, you know, even if I had it, but if Droid's able to finish off the Musashi in front of him, that would be very beneficial for him. Looking at my torpedoes, they actually look pretty good. I think I'm going to get 3 on him. Yeah, it looks like I should be able to get 3 hits on him, which is quite nice. And that looks like main guns. Yeah, that looks like Droid's turn his main guns to deal with the Sushi behind him, which is quite fair. And god damn it, that was like 30,000 damage you owe me, Droid. God damn it. Anyways, he does get the pick up on that. He survives very, very healthy, which is incredibly important for us. I get raided by the Worsted, not a big deal. That's not a problem at all. I can just sit here, safely get the cap. Nobody's in a position to fire on me, and the Worship's low. The Turpins is never going to win us a straight-up fight with the Yamato, as long as the Yamato doesn't get Montana in the side. But the Montana is too far away, and the Droid is angled enough, so that's not really going to be a problem at all. I'm gonna raid out the Worcester just to, you know, he knows I'm here. I just need to let him know that I know he's here as well. To be honest, the radar is rather unnecessary. I could have just hydroed him and called it a day, but hey, I'm just gonna make sure I get the cap first so I don't get reset, so that, you know, we don't have to turn around again and spend another 30 seconds capping it, since analyse is coming through the cap as well. I'm telling him to go back and deal with the Montana. This flank over here is secure. Droid's never gonna lose the Turpits like that unless he broadsides on the Turpits manages to blap him, but yeah. I do have some shots on the Turpits, not really much damage is gonna come out of it, but I mean, it's not even really that special of a game. I'm coming around, baiting the Worcester's AP salvo. At this point, you know, he's never gonna do any useful damage to me with AP. Of course, I know he's gonna, you know, I know he knows I'm coming, and I know he sees me broadside, so I get him to bait the AP, and you know, doesn't really matter, AP or HE, he was going to die and I was going to take 5k damage at most anyways, so yeah, that's really it. Just wanted to show this game off as, you know, despite what you could see visually on the points being quite far behind, and, you know, HP-wise we were still quite fine. I mean, look at Droid, he's still on half HP, Arlos got away on half HP, and we picked up their Musashis since, you know, while our Tier 9 Battleship Division decided to do something really overly aggressive, They went down mid, the all-stars got thrown away, they did a little bit, they achieved some little bit of damage, but that was in absolutely no way, shape or form a positive trade for us. We lost 2 Tier 9 battleships for no real damage on their Tier 9 battleships, and a little bit of cruiser damage, and a couple of destroyer kills, but the DD situation was controllable with a radar Minotaur. We could always come back to that, and you can see me and my terrible aim now. Yeah, Droid manages to overpen the superstructure down enough, so that is a game, set, and match for us. Even if the Montana is able to YOLO down on Edinburgh, who realistically speaking should just be in the open trying to torp him right now. Like, he's in a smoke screen, and yeah, I'm pretty sure he was in a smoke screen. So I think that Edinburgh is probably, unless he makes a bail now, probably screwed. But it looks like the Edinburgh's turning in, so he's not likely going to find himself going down. That's kind of irrelevant. We've got B, we've got C, we've got 2 healthy Yamatos that can just press W on the Montana, load HE, and blow him up. Seems like Droid's been gobbling up all the damage, 240,000, fed to him in bursts by 2 Musashis. That's definitely quite a nice thing for him. Tell him it's gonna have its days, and it's... In this game, it behaved, and the enemy team didn't really know how to shoot him. If the Musashis knew how to handle the situation properly, Droid would pretty much be most likely dead, since there's just so much HP and potential firepower, and you can only engage one of them, and they can just, at that range, they're going to lol pen your bow off the face of the earth. So yeah, this game was really just a highlight of how really difficult Yamatos can be to push at long range, and it's, for me, pretty standard radar Minotaur gameplay. Not much damage, couple of kills, picked up the Minotaur, picked up the Worcester, managed to secure the kill on the Harugumo thanks to Allah's getting a good snipe through that. We managed to get, and there you go, Edinburgh dies. Maybe would have been able to get away there, but that would have really been down to luck from the Montana's head, not so much down to the Edinburgh overall. Yeah, just a couple of good destroyer kills over there, cleaned that up. Musashi unfortunately went down, so both teams ended up getting de-destroyed. Is it de-destroyed? Undestroyed? Destroyer-less? I don't know. But, yeah. Anyways, that's really it. People are saying take a time. And if you look at the time, we got 3 minutes and 47 seconds. So, you know, we have sufficient time. We've got two super healthy Yamatos that literally just have to press W and we win. Of course, I'm going to head there anyways, because there's no reason whatsoever for me to get shot at by the Montana, so, yeah. And as long as the Yamatos just face rush the Montana, there is absolutely nothing to worry about this game. It's secure. So, yeah. Don't worry about that. Sorry about that. That's actually my that was actually what happened in game. For some reason, my mouse just decided to derp it out. But yeah, that's it for this replay. We're actually going to get the kill on the Montana, so we didn't even need to go for the cap at all. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to submit your own replays for replay analysis, send them to replays at .strainers103@gmail.com. There'll be an email in the description box down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and my Twitch to get updates on whenever I post content. Thank you guys for watching, take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!